Hey Raptors, welcome back to the letter. Welcome back to the game, guys. It's been almost a year since I've come back to the game, and I fully intend to complete the game now that I got my save file back from my old computer to my new computer, which took me forever to get, but now that we are back, we're gonna complete the game. I do not remember where we last left off, to be honest, and but we're gonna find out. I'm gonna get spooked like hell. Alright, let's get into the lair. Okay, oh wait, I think I remember. I think this is Marianne's apartment, if that's her name. I completely forgot the name of all the characters in the game. But I think this is Marianne's apartment. We're gonna find out. Okay. I'm afraid I'll go mad. But none of that has happened. And it makes me feel hollow. I don't like the black screen when he pops out. It's really discomforting, especially in this game. Anything can pop up anytime. For 2 nights I've had trouble sleeping. But only one morning when fatigue has already let me rest, and that I'm reminded of what terrifies me so. Speech impairment today. I don't know, I can't speak for some reason. Oh, thank God. At least. No, wait, we're still in the dreams. In my restless dreams I see that mirror. The one in the study, and in it I see her. I see them. I do not want to remember any of that. Can I look away? I can't look away either. It's like the game has something that really makes you look into it. Like you can't look away. That's all I'm saying. You can't look away, even if you get spooked. This is what I'm talking about. Like something like this. Lorianne and Hannah. Hannah and Lorianne.
Oh, pathetic Marianne. Work, work, work. She'll work herself to death. See, she doesn't listen. That's all she did. Look at what happened to me.
I don't want to know. They talk amongst themselves with cruel smiles and venomous tongues. Or rather, to themselves. 2 heads, 1 body. Yep, not liking this one bit. Not liking this one bit. A horrible mockery of this woman, as if they were the one and the same.
More's the pity. Life goes on and goes out, and she doesn't even see it. Do you think she'll even realize when she's kicked the bucket herself?
Bucket herself? When they say a person has a hard time telling when they are in a dream, it was true often enough. Even with this bizarre side, even with the obvious implication that this isn't real, I can't help but feel distress.
Likely. Is that any way to live at all? She might as well be dead.
I don't want to die.
Cruel fate that she's alive and I'm... well...
dead? Though they speak into each other's ear, tones low and hushed, I can still hear them as clear as day. Their whispers pervade in the air, heavy and oppressive. They bury and dig into my head like tiny maggots, rubbing their way into my skull. They moved. I saw them moving. I do not like that. I do not appreciate that one bit. There's only one that they take notice of my presence. Eyes touch towards me, and I can feel them small under their scrutiny. Caricature smiles etch on their faces, mimicking each other grotesquely. I don't like the music. The music is the one that every time this music comes out, it spooks me somehow or the other.
Oh, Marianne, how long have you been standing there, dearie?
I wasn't here. I wasn't here. What are you talking about?
Come join us, Marianne. We won't bite.
I highly doubt that.
Unless you ask, that is. Have you been looking at us? Spying?
I wasn't.
How scandalous. Such a naughty gal.
Okay.
I'm sure you were just waiting for something lewd to happen, weren't you?
Well, that went from a 0 to lewd really quickly. No, I wasn't. I swear I wasn't. Maybe I was.
You know she will not admit it. She thinks it wrong. You've said it so yourself.
What?
Yes. She thought me wrong, impure, abnormal, because I loved her.
What happened to your voice? Your voice went a little high pitched there. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. My breath itches and I open my mouth to protest, but they stop me screeching. The mirror holds some cracks, lines spreading across the surface.
Do not lie! We know the gluttonous thoughts you try to deny, girl. All those desires you bury beneath that sickening guilt.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You act the martyr when you turn the bed you lie in into your own hedonistic hell.
What?
You are nothing but a tainted soul with filth-stained flesh held together by falsehood and pride.
You're putting so many implications. That's none of them are true. They look livid, and when it looks like they would lunge, my heart stopped. Thank God nothing happened. I wake, feeling like the wind had been knocked out of me. With a groan, I squint and find a curtain fluffed balls sitting on my chest, looking as pleased as Punch. Aww, cotton ball. She is the oval lady of cats, queen of despair and destruction of nice furniture. Pretty much sums up my pup. Pretty much sums him up. Though I can't stay mad at her majesty because it feels like she did something good this time. I was having a nightmare, but I can't even remember what it was about. Trying to recall leaves a terrible pit in my stomach. Maybe it's probably bear that I don't remember.
Good morning, Baruthiel. Who's the good kitty?
Bruthiel, that's her name. But that's his... Is that a he or a her? I think it's a he.
Are you hungry? Is that why you woke me up?
Probably try to kill you in your sleep, but he wouldn't probably tell you that, he or she. A content purr comes from my sweet dear before she jumps off the bed and trots towards the kitchen. On the other hand, it takes me a bit more before I roll out of the bed and start my day. Morning before work is always a quiet affair. Shower first, then a mug of coffee and a bowl of oats. Did I say coffee? I meant coffee. Jesus. Sometimes I do stretches and I always check my work email. The Wrights will be moving into the mansion today. Oh yeah, the Wrights, yeah. Oh, she had something with Luke. If you guys watched the previous episode, she and Luke had a little bit of... you know what? I don't think the paperwork is officially done yet, but it isn't too far-fetched to think that they were allowed to stay their move, despite that. Rich people like them will always find a way to get what they want, after all.
I'll be leaving you again today, Beth. So you behave and make sure not to shred up my new covers, okay?
Probably she won't.
And don't worry, I didn't forget tomorrow is Black Cat Day, so I'll throw you a party.
Black Cat Day? Is that a thing?
But only if you behave like a proper lady.
She barely gives me a glance as I say that before going back to her own food. She probably ignored you, that's what she did. Oh, it's a she. Cats. Still better than humans most of the time. I have to agree on that. Too bad I have to work with humans. This place is already busy as soon as I get here. Oh, this place, the mansion, the memories, guys. The memories are all coming back now. The foreman, one that I've recommended to Wrights for his work ethic, is surely as usual. Already, he's instructing men here and there with the bigger loads. I have no chance to talk to him as Mrs. White appears and greets me with a smile. Oh yeah, it's all coming back to me now.
Mrs. Wright, I hope everything has been to your liking thus far.
I just came in. What do you mean?
Good morning, Marianne. It has been delightful and these men have been very helpful.
Okay.
Look at all this. It's so busy here. I'm getting tired just looking at them go.
No complications so far with the movers or the previous owners of the mansion, I hope?
Nope.
If anything, the only one being problematic is Luke, if I'm to be honest.
You wouldn't know something about certain Luke did to certain somebody, did you? That made sense.
He can be such a diva, but I do like that about him.
Yeah, you wouldn't like the half of what he did. Spoilers. I'm not going to give you spoilers, guys. You gotta watch the whole video. She stops looking at the upper landing where Mr. Wright comes through with two other movers and the mirror from the study.
Oh, do be careful with that mirror. We wouldn't want anyone getting hurt because of broken glass. Why are you even having it carried around?
Why, to throw it away, obviously. If you are going to throw away, please throw away the mirror. I hate that mirror so much. Guys, that mirror has given me such a hard time in the last episode. You guys gotta watch that. I can't stress you enough. You guys gotta watch the previous episodes.
Oh? You did say you didn't want the mirror, and I keep getting distracted by it. If I'm going to turn the study into my office, I'd rather not have it there. Where can we put this?
Well, in the garbage?
Well, you are not putting it in our room.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Hannah. Hannah's her name, right? Yeah. Mrs. Wright or Hannah.
Figure out if we'll store it in the attic or somewhere else later, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You heard her, boys. To the cellar it goes. Mush!
Thank God. Oh, no, come on. I'm done. I'm kidding. I'm back. Don't worry. An unsettling feeling grows in my stomach as I see our reflection in the bloody thing. Oh, wait, it's an update. I'm gonna save this. It's probably gonna be a choice or something. And I look away, not willing to risk anything. If I see Lorian's image in the mirror now, I wouldn't know what I do. Guys, if you hear something in the background, it's my dog playing with his toys, with his ball or something like that. He's being really naughty these days. Anyways, I don't have the luxury of privacy right now, and I'm not going to break down in front of all these people. Oh, thank God, it's gone. As soon as they go into the kitchen, I realize I'm holding my breath. I let out a sigh of relief when I think nobody's looking, and I go back to the task at hand. It will be a terrible busy day, and there's no need for me to even think of anything else. I talk with the foreman, fill him in which room is which. It seems I'm doomed to not get any significant work done without being interrupted when it comes to these particular client. However,
Marianne, dear, have you had breakfast yet?
no, I definitely love some breakfast after what I have experienced.
Well, I do believe it would be considered brunch at this hour.
What's the time?
Oh, yes, Mrs. Wright.
You must join me. Johans has already been breaking in the kitchen, as they say.
I'll definitely take you up on the offer.
I do not see the others settling down for a meal anytime soon. Someone might as well enjoy the food while it's hot.
Spoken like a true foodie.
And that someone might as well be us.
Yep. I should say no. I really must say no. But the way she smiles at me makes it difficult to do so. Look at how ridiculous I'm being, actually like a silly nervous schoolgirl with a crush. It's just brunch, and who am I to say no to a client? It would be impolite to do so. Oh yeah, Marianne is lesbian, if you guys didn't know. That's what I'm saying, guys. You gotta watch the previous episode. It gets really interesting. It's really interesting, and it gets really dark. It's not like I'm going to agree because of anything that other than property. I'm not agreeing just because she painted her pretty eyelashes at me.
If you insist.
If you insist. It really isn't any of those. But it's something about her eyes, rather. She looks like she needs a good talk. A friend. And although I'm not supposed to be chummy with my client, there's no harm in pretending, right? Probably not. Of course, I've been wrong on many occasions before. Maybe there is plenty harm in pretending that I care. Because pretending I care might lead to actually caring. Being alone in the same room as Mrs. leaves me unreeling as I find myself paying too much attention to her. It seems so borderline unhealthy how much I'm getting obsessed, even if it's just by looking. And it's the little insignificant things that I notice, like the way she plays with her hair or how she smooths down her own dress. Aww.
Up, higher, come on now!
Whiskey's annoying voice can be heard in the other room. Helps pull me back to the ground. If you guys don't know who Whiskey is, you guys better watch the previous episodes, because Whiskey is a name given by someone to a certain person that you guys must find in the next episode. But you gotta watch other episodes, guys. It's really interesting. It gets really dark. It gets really interesting. What? I don't know what this is. Alright. I'm just looking, aren't I? I know that someone like her won't even look at me. Still, there's some time to turn things around. Turn this bad decision around.
I'd really like to thank you for inviting me to breakfast, Mrs. Wright. But I already ate, so I should really go back to work.
You liar.
Nonsense! You arrived so early. You must not have gotten a proper meal. Sit. I'd situate us in the dining hall, but it is a mess right now.
I'm perfectly fine where I am, to be honest. Her concern is sweet, as is a smile. But I'm really not in for idle chit-chat, something I keep forgetting. We're both distracted when the food arrives, and it's enough for me to stay at least until the meal is over. No more, no less, just to be polite. That looks like eggs, bacon, and scrambled eggs? Or some pasta of some sort? I don't know. I'll just keep going. Makes me hungry though. Thankfully, the conversation straws into a topic I'm comfortable with work. How did I read that sentence? Anyways, I'm gonna keep that as it is. You guys be the judge of that. I don't know. I have some speech impairment these days, but I'll work on it. This goes on for a bit and I can't be more relieved. Most people don't understand calling me a workaholic, but I choose to work in a field I'm enthusiastic about. So what if my career is also my hobby?
But no, really, how have you liked it so far?
Pretty...
Oh, it has been wonderful, believe me. Everything is going smoothly too.
I'm alive, aren't I?
It has been a long time since I've worked on something on this grand a scale. Nowadays, everyone is about condos and flats, living in the city where every room is an identical box.
That's true.
Believe me, this is very refreshing.
We lived in a condo before this, Marianne.
Ooh, she's just pulling a leg.
I didn't mean any insult.
It's fine, sweetie. Look at you, all frazzled. I was just pulling your leg.
Did I read this?
Luke wanted that penthouse when we got married, and you can thank him for purchasing this place as well.
Wait, doesn't she own the house? I'm pretty sure... I have no business with it though. It's just to hash out. But apparently the momentary confusion had been visible on my face.
Don't be fooled. I'm just the treasury.
That's bad.
I wouldn't be able to make a purchase this grand without his seal of approval.
I see.
That's it. That's all you have to say.
Yes? Yes, what else is there to it? Without warning, this nice friendly conversation has developed into something horrible, terrible. Something sad.
But I really don't know what to say, Mrs. Wright. We were talking of no topic in particular, and...
Luke. We were talking about Luke.
Yeah, we were talking about that guy.
About him not eating breakfast with you?
About him treating me as if I were some treasury.
I would get mad too. Despite my general dislike of the upperclassmen, I sometimes feel pity for them. They may have all the money in the world where material things aren't a problem, but they don't even see what they've become, what they've ended up, or what they've done most of the time. They're shut in their own trap, forced to play along with society's expectations and do anything to stay where they are and to keep what they have. A world where even people feel or are treated like they are mere possessions. When someone is at the top, the only way for them is to go down. I've worked with many Hannah and Lukes and Whiskies, but I've never been one of them. I don't pretend to understand their world any deeper than that. I merely know what I've witnessed before. She looks lost, speechless at how she betrayed herself. But I pity for the likes of her returns. But nothing but pity moves me as I speak before she can say anything else that might ruin her or break her.
I won't speak a word, Mrs. Wright. Not only am I contractually obliged to, it would also go against my principles.
Cross my heart and hope to not die.
This is no one else's business but your own, and it should be kept between the two of you, and whoever you wish to seek counsel from.
Please, Marianne. You have to understand these sort of affairs. If anyone were to know this, they could just twist it and we'll be ruined.
You can trust me.
All I ask for is your silence on the matter.
Dead silence. You will hear nothing from this woman's mouth. I mean, man. Or whatever. The way she practically begs me to keep quiet about it is disheartening. I have no plans on speaking about anything I hear, especially if it's about her private affairs. But the way she looks at me, the way she just expects some sort of fallout because of all this makes my heart clench.
Well, I'm keeping that information confidential as well.
You better, Marianne. It's not like I have any other choice, do I?
Thank you.
When the last of the food and drink is gone, the door opens as if on cue.
Madam, the photographer from Luxury Living is here.
That's Zachary. That's Zachary. The photographer, guys. If you guys remember him. It's all coming back to me now.
This was a wonderful meal, Marianne. You're free to return to your duties.
And I shall.
I must excuse myself.
It was my pleasure.
My pleasure too.
And thank you for the food as well.
Arigato. She stands up and leaves, and all I want to do is assure her again to prove that I'm someone she can trust. So when she looks back my way, I don't fight the smile that found its way on my face. I feel giddy, but the feeling dies down afterwards as I sober up. Oh well, back to work. Alright guys, that being said, if you guys want to see what happens in the next scene, you guys better make sure that you stay tuned for the next episode. That being said, guys, peace.
Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them scream?